What is indexing and why does it matter for SEO? So broadly speaking, Google goes through three main stages to decide what to show in search results: crawling, indexing, and ranking. During crawling, Google is going out on the web and they're trying to find everything they possibly can find. They're trying to find every web page that's out there. And then they try to bring all that content from all those different web pages that they found back into their database. And during the indexing stages is where Google is going through this database of everything the crawl found and trying to make sense of it. The crawl is going to find things in a pretty unorganized format. And so during the indexing stages is where Google's bots are going through and processing all these pages and evaluating these pages and trying to decide what's worth showing in search results and not showing in search results. After the indexing stages, we have ranking, and during ranking, Google is making decisions about how to present things in search results, how to actually return results in response to a query. And so during the ranking stages, Google is going to make decisions about how to present things in search results, what order to show things in search results, and whether certain pages show up in search results or not. So crawling, indexing, and ranking then are these three main stages of the process. The indexing stage then is that middle step of the process. What I think is really important to understand about the indexing stage is it's a transition point. During the crawling stages, you get to make decisions about your website's content. You even get to decide whether Google is allowed to crawl certain parts of your website or not. During the ranking stages, Google gets to make the decisions. Google gets to decide whether or not your website shows in search results. If your website does show in search results, Google gets to decide how it's going to be presented on that search result page, whether it's included in certain features or not. So during the indexing stages, we're transitioning from a period where you get to make the decisions to a period where Google gets to make the decisions. And during the indexing stages, it's a blend of both. You get to make some decisions and Google gets to make some decisions. You get to make decisions because you can explicitly tell Google not to index certain pages on your website. You can also define things like canonical tags to tell Google which pages to index when there's duplication on your website. But Google is also going to make some determinations during the indexing stages about what to index or not. Google talks about this with their Google Search Essentials. So Google Search Essentials include things about a website meeting basic technical requirements, meeting Google's spam policies, and whether or not pages follow Google's best practices like helpful content guidelines, using relevant text, using the appropriate page structure, using internal links correctly, and so on. Now, it's really important to pay attention to what Google is doing during the indexing stages and how Google is trying to make decisions about our website's content and make sure that Google is respecting any decisions we've made about how to index our website's content. One of the best ways you can monitor what Google is doing during the indexing stages is by reviewing the page indexing report in Google Search Console. I have a whole other video all about that report, so please check that out for more details. If you find that you have problems with how Google is indexing your website's content or have other questions, please feel free to email me. My email address is matthew@elementive.com. You can check out that other video on page indexing right here. If you liked this video and like to see more like it from Elementive, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.